Ladies and gentlemen, this is the most banned broadcast in the free world. The Alex Jones Show. And we are live from the Infowars World Headquarters in Austin, Texas on this May 24th, 2019. And I've got a message coming up in the next segment that I think you need to hear. But before we get to that, you know, they call Donald Trump, especially over there at CNN, whose ratings have just totally bottomed out. If it wasn't for airports and hotels and bars, CNN would have no audience. But so they call us the Infowars president, or they call Trump the Infowars president. And the last couple days, we've been highlighting how Nancy Pelosi has been a gibbering fool, embarrassing herself. I made the comment the other day, if she's not drunk, this is actually really sad. You're watching an elderly woman disintegrate mentally right in front of your very eyes. But she keeps going after Trump and lying about Trump, so she wants to play hardball. And so the Infowars president, much like Infowars, decided to put out a video of Nancy and said, stammering Nancy, so crazy. And then they try to claim the video is doctored, but we'll get to that fake news story. Here is the clip, though, that President Trump tweeted out of Crazy Nancy.
We had a little longer on the floor, custody of the border. Everyone, he started sending signals, the U.S., Mexico, Canada. If that's not the accurate category, some people call it after NAFTA, some call it NAFTA 2.0, working together to make past that. Not if we're there are three things. There are three things. There are three things. There are three things. We're very busy.
She holds
people.
up a 2.
Okay, last time I checked, this is 3, not this. It was worse yesterday. We played another clip. She could not put a subject with a predicate in the same sentence. What's going on?
You know, I mean, obviously, I'm 76 years old. She's a couple years older than I am, and we all age a little differently. My sense is she has a very big job. I think she's getting worn down. She always was very neat, very proper. I think she's very inarticulate.
She likes her
she's
drinks
never
neat,
been in the past, and I think to a certain extent,
vodka neat,
she needs to kind of
neat.
step in the background and not be out front as much.
Whiskey
she
neat, please.
Be the point person leading the Democrats.
Yes, Nancy Pelosi, vodka neat.
Being actually controlled and whipped.
Oh, Nancy's at the bar. Yeah, grain alcohol, neat, please.
Radical branch of the Democratic Party.
Yeah, Nancy's here. Just go ahead and give her the entire handle of Everclear.
Democrats who want to impeach this president.
She'll be fine.
Don't go along with her.
So this is just the clip from Lou Dobbs. But okay, so you saw the video. And Trump tweets out, Pelosi stammers through news conference. I mean, look. I mean, I don't know. You feel bad. You feel bad, I guess, poking fun at a deranged old lady who clearly is not mentally fit. I mean, you know, she's not all there. She needs we need to have drug testing for our congressmen and women is what we need. And it doesn't even matter. You can get busted having cocaine in her system, whatever. It doesn't matter. But we need to know what the hell's wrong with Nancy Pelosi. She's not all there. She's mentally gone. And you can see it. In fact, at the end of this press conference, she begins to walk off the set and she starts talking to people all awkwardly. So either Nancy Pelosi is a severe alcoholic who hasn't been sober in decades, or I really honestly feel bad for this woman because she gone. But this is the third in line to be president. This is the leader of the Democrat Party. And then they take that video and they say Trump doctored it. Can you believe the nerve of these people? Washington Post saying they doctored it to make Pelosi look bad. No, you just edit the clips together. It's a common tactic.
Nourish.
Everybody knows that supplements are amazing. That what God gave us through Mother Nature is incredible. That's why supplements are the biggest growing industry in the world, and the globalists are so upset. The problem is people forget to take them. And that's why the whole industry has moved towards packets that you take in the morning and you take at night. So we looked at that. We made the very best AM and PM packets out there with an incredible spectrum of 13 different capsules that you take in 2 servings a day that are game-changing AM and PM total health and performance 8-pack power stack at InfoWarsLife.com. Folks, check it out. It's 50% off for a limited time out of the gates. 50% off on the 8-pack power stack. 50% off on our newest product at InfoWarsLife.com, the 8-pack power stack. 50% off. We looked at the best-selling products out there, and we made it even better, and we lowered the price.
News out of Silicon Valley. Facebook has banned a number of prominent conspiracy theorists and alt-right figures.
Facebook is purging several high-profile names from its platform.
This may be one of the biggest and most impactful decisions Facebook has ever made.
Facebook taking steps to enforce its hate speech policies.
Alex Jones, Milo Yiannopoulos, Paul Joseph Watson, Louis Farrakhan, Laura Loomer, all of them were designated dangerous.
Dangerous
people. Dangerous individuals.
Dangerous individuals.
Dangerous individuals and organizations.
Basically, they've deemed these individuals to be dangerous.
Danger, Will Robinson, danger.
They call me dangerous.
Danger's my middle name.
Dangerous like hurting other people, or dangerous as in saying things that Mark Zuckerberg doesn't like?
This is about the total rollout for complete and total censorship.
How dangerous is Infowars?
What is the difference at this point between Trump's Twitter feed and Infowars.com?
Infowars tells viewers that the world is out to get them. None of this seems to repel President Trump. Infowars content is useful to him. Infowars personalities align with him.
I want them shut down. I want them silenced. I want them muted. I think they are horrible for our society.
I want them shut down. I want them silenced. I want them muted.
Because these corporations are controlled by a liberal few.
We're very focused on making sure that our recommendations and discovery surfaces aren't highlighting groups where people are repeatedly sharing misinformation or harmful content, and we're working hard to completely remove groups if they exist primarily to violate our policies or do things that are dangerous.
Screw your rules. Your rules go against our values, and they are patently un-American.
Mark Zuckerberg is not simply censoring opinions. He's prescribing which political opinions you're allowed to have.
We need a digital Bill of Rights.
They're becoming the public square, and they control how we interact with each other. And if you think that you are going to throw up your hands and say, well, they're private companies, you are absolutely insane, and you are part of the problem.
You are a bad person. You should be censored off the internet. Bad, yes. Bad. Get out of here, Alex.
Infowars might have been banned from Twitter, but it seems to have found a new home over at Trump's Twitter feed.
President Trump's furious reaction to Facebook's action showcases that he is, I'm sorry to say, the Infowars president.
Infowars, the most banned network in the world.
Meanwhile, over there at CNN, ratings are way down as the Infowars president tweets out, wow, CNN ratings are way down, record lows. People are getting tired of so many fake stories and anti-Trump lies. Chris Cuomo was rewarded for lowest morning ratings with a primetime spot, which is failing badly and not helping the dumbest man on television, Don Lemon. Savage. That wasn't all the president tweeted out last night. He also said, when is Twitter going to allow the very popular conservative voices that it has so viciously shut down back into the open? It is time. So, as we begin the Alex Jones Show here today on this Friday, I've got great guests coming up. Dan Lyman in the second hour to talk about the May ouster and the Brexit vote. I've got Stefan Arnio from StefanArnio.com, HardTimeStrongMen.com, joining me in the third hour to talk about the attack on men and toxic masculinity. And then Tom Pappert will be taking over in the fourth hour. Here is the message that needs to be conveyed to the audience today. And we'll get to all the news and video clips and guests and everything. But we're about 3 weeks away, maybe 2, give or take, let's say 2 to 4 weeks away from the 2020 presidential campaign cycle finally really hitting us. And then once August and September come around, it's full swing. And, you know, I've been noticing something lately, just in general. It's been going on for a while, but you notice that people just walk around with their heads down. You notice that? They don't even look where they're going, where they're walking. They have no idea of their surroundings. It's really incredible. You'll see people fumble into stuff, stumble into things, walk in the wrong direction, get confused, almost walk into traffic, walk and almost get hit by an electric scooter. I mean, so people don't even look where they're going anymore. And the reason why I use this analogy is we need to have our heads up and on a swivel right now, because you are a month away from the 2020 elections really getting going. And so what does that mean? That means you're going to see more domestic leftist terror, and it's going to get more organized and then more violent once we get closer to the election, and it's more obvious that the Democrats have nothing. Once these intel agencies that put out the fake Russian collusion narrative and engaged in the illegal spying, once those investigations come out, again, before the election, the left is going to get wild. The Democrats are going to call for violence and insurrection in this country. You better have your head up. Americans better have their heads up. There is a national emergency. This is not a debate. It is a crisis. It is a humanitarian crisis. It is out of control what's happening at the southern border. And this is all going to come to a head in 2020. So you better have your head up. You better know where you're walking. And you better know your surroundings, or you're going to get run over. Now, I also suspect we're about to see another wave of social media censorship within the next month, because what's key is, again, the 2020 elections, and they cannot have conservative voices and Trump supporters on social media. And so the Krasenstein brothers got kicked off, ironically, for using a bunch of bots. Now, I was discussing this with some people last night, and the opinion of a lot of people that are connected in D.C. and talk to these social media people is that this is a head fake. They took down the Krasensteins so that they can now come after another wave of Trump supporters. And whether the Krasensteins were using bots, I mean, maybe they were, maybe they weren't. The narrative is important because that's the narrative they're going to use when they come after all these Trump supporters. Remember the old I'm not a hot Russian bot meme? They're going to come after it again. And they're going to say bots. And they're going to say, but we got the Krasensteins. We got Farrakhan. We got Avenatti, who's now facing up to, like 400 years in jail. Nice endorsement, Stelter. So enjoy this Memorial Day weekend. Enjoy the summer. But you better have your head up as we go into 2020, because it is about to get wild. It is about to get wild. The censorship will increase. The illegal immigration pouring over the southern border is going to increase, which means the disease and the violence is going to increase. The leftist domestic terror is going to increase. The censorship is going to increase. It's all coming. The fake news, the attacks against Trump, the attacks against Trump supporters, it's all coming. And then also, though, the investigations, the declassification. Better have your head up. If for nothing else, just to enjoy the show that you're about to witness for about the next year and a half. You thought 2016 was crazy? Well, it was, but it will pale in comparison to what we're going to witness over the next year and a half, which will most likely inevitably end up with Trump being reelected, which will then again infuriate the left, causing them to go into more hysterics. Have your head up, folks. It's about to get wild out there.
The global controllers are very smart in some ways, very ignorant in others, but they understand the power of archetypes. And I never knew when I started out on my quest 25 years ago to restore the American Republic that I would end up being a major leader in it. I just simply thought I'd be one more voice calling on the people to stand up and get involved in their own destinies. But it became